Hi folks, it's Maureen here, Stitch Mac, and we are back for another update. It is now the 2nd of March, so this is my February update. And look, daylight, ta-da, sunlight. The sun is just about shining. It's actually quite nice out there. Well, quite nice, it's like 9 degrees. And I was like, great, sunlight, let's do this. Let's get some stitching showing. Also, I've only got one other person in the house, so hopefully we can excuse the dog chewing on her bone. She's a bit noisy. Hopefully we can get through it without too many interruptions. So, hi to anybody who doesn't know me. I'm Maureen. I live in southwest Scotland. Do yourself a favour, either put captions on, or, as somebody has pointed out, slow me down. Slow me down. You know how you can speed people up? I like to speed folk up because they just don't talk fast enough for me. Slow me down one, and you'll get on fine. I try to slow down, I can't, I just can't. It's the Scotchness in me. So, sorry, 2 seconds. Okay, the dog's bone has been refilled. She's obsessed with the cold ham at the moment. Right. Sorry, I just completely forgot what I was just saying. Hi, I'm Maureen. Yeah, I've done that bit. Anyway, hi if you're back. You know the jazz. So, let's start. What will I start with? What did I work in February? Right, I'm going to start with this one. And this is a new start. Now, I can't remember if I spoke about this in the last video or not. But this is I'll pop a picture of it up here, and I'll maybe write down here who it's. Stitching Moon. I saw on I can't say her name. Alaria, you know who I'm talking about. She had one, and I was like, oh, I really like that. So then I went and looked at Stitching Moon, and I was like, oh, I really like those ones as well. And then I realised it was actually pictures of Norway, and we're going to Norway in June, so it was like, fate. So I started, I think I maybe started it last month. You've maybe seen this before. Anyway, I added a few hundred more stitches to there. We're starting in the bottom left. So I've just added a few more stitches to there. I'm going to just keep working on it like every month and just try and add a little bit more as we go. So that was that. And then obviously I worked on my Cartographica XL. I'll try and take a picture actually, somewhere around here, of what it should look like, because I'm not taking it out of HughesNap. Cartographica XL. It's a big old world map. So yeah, so I think in the last couple of months, I've been working in this like page here. This is the next page. So we've worked in all down through the Atlantic, and then I've started working over onto this about near a page here. I just filled in some stuff, and I like to just kind of work in the kind of loose threads and then come back and fill in kind of the rows. Keeps it all tickety-boo. But yeah, there, it's massive. See, massive. I think it's 360,000 stitches. I'm aiming to get to 40% this year. I've got to 30%, aiming to do 10% a year. I have got the other one as well, because this is just Europe and all Asia and that bit, and I have got the Americans one as well. Don't know if I'll start that. That's my my focus piece of the year. I'll work on that every month. Try to do 3,000 stitches a month, which, yeah, that'll give me 10%. What's up, Papa? So these were the ones that were called. So the way I'm doing it is I've got 4 categories with 6 projects in each category, and each month I'm rolling the dice. What I found out is my poker dice. Rolling the dice, and whichever symbol comes out, that's the ones I'm working on. I am doing it randomly, but if, as has happened both months, the same month has come out, like, you know, it's a repeat, I'm like, no, don't want to repeat. I've just done those ones. So I'm doing full coverage, fancy ladies, smalls, and everything else. So this one was my small. I think it was spring that came out. Was it spring? I can't remember. It's the Labyrinthine Mini Story Keep Labyrinthine by Stephanie Law. Heaven and Earth. I've got all 4 of them. I'm working them on 1 piece of fabric. Ta-da. So it was spring, yeah. Winter, spring, summer, autumn, yeah, that's the way I'm doing it. So yeah, I worked on spring, and that was fun because somewhere I see these little pink flowers. That's why I've worked on this bit here, because these pink flowers were out. One of them was out, like one of them was like wonky. So I just fudged it till I got it down to about here. And that now is correct. I was like, ain't nobody gonna, I'm never gonna know they're in the wrong place. I love little patterns like this where it's not that obvious. So yeah, so I did an extra, I think I did 1,000 stitches on this. My plan is to get to, maybe I did a bit more. Plan is to get to 50%. The goal is to get to 50% in all of these by the end of the year. I was at 30, they were all at 30%. So that, they're not huge pieces. All 4 of them aren't huge pieces. But yeah, so that was a little spring. Just these are 10 stitch, both this and Cartographic are 10 stitch. And then ones I've started again recently, I've started doing back on full cross. So I'm just gonna grab my coffee because I'm a bit parched. And look at this. I'm starving as well. I went out this morning for a run. I say a run walk. I do a run walk. I'm too old to this running nonsense now. So I like to run walk. My ratio is 60-30. And I can just keep going. None of this puffing yourself out, knocking yourself out. But unfortunately, doggy here, I had Madam with me, Rosie. She decided to halfway along, no, I'm done. I thought she'd actually like hurt her leg or something like that, but no, I think she was just a lazy bitch. And I was like, I'm gonna go home, I'm hungry. So we had to kind of cut it short. Anyway, sure we're being a lazy thing. Sorry, I'm just gonna tuck in here. I hope you don't mind. Like I said, I'm starving with cheese and bacon. Ooh. Oh, I hope you don't mind. But oh, that's better. So that was my full coverage piece. My fancy lady piece that got called was, let me just check my picture. Almost falls out of this picture now, it's really nice. Mirabilia Stone Roses. I had a real oldie 1995. Mirabilia Stone Roses. Yeah. She's an oldie. And I'm stitching this in a bit of Barclays fabric. Love me Barclays fabric. Can't adjust. Yep, just can't beat it. And this is some purple blurry smudge, I think it was. So I managed to do like this bit right here. This was, I was stitching with some friends. I had a stitchy kind of meet up with some friends. Let's just say I was a little bit rougher than I had anticipated. I'd been out the night before, and it was just out with my daughter, and we just had a few drinks. Well, yeah, I think I maybe had more than a few drinks, and well, no, I don't know. I felt unjustifiably rougher than yeah. And I managed. I was like, I didn't get me until like 10 o'clock. Like, oh god, just feed me and get me coffee. And I sat and looked at my stitching for a bit, and then eventually managed to get like this little blue bit. But over the course of the month, I managed to start getting down into this, and it's like all the pinkies and that. There's a ribbon. This dear little face, she does have to get back stitched. So yeah. So she'll get put away for now. There's no real goal in these. The goal is just to finish them. But there's no real hurry. Sorry. Let me just eat a little bit more. This is quite nice. It's a bacon and cheese turnover. It was 10 pence in Asda yesterday. Oh, I'll have a half one before. I mean, the dog are enjoying it. Sorry, it's so rude to eat, but time is money, you know, and all that. I don't do editing if anybody wants. I'm not an editor, I'm not a filmmaker, I'm not a TV producer. I'm somebody that does cross stitch on Fellowship on YouTube, and I don't have time in my life for editing. Nobody does, who cares? So take it as you see it. Right, so that's my fancy lady. This was in my, ooh, actually no, I've just realised I've not, oh no I did. This was in my everything else, which is my Jenny Bean's Halloween Sampler by Shakespeare Peddler. I don't have a lot of sample things. I'm really a full coverage gal. I'm a fancy lady gal. But there's something about that I just like. I just like the little phrase on it. When I am dead and in my grave and all my bones are rotting, if this you see, pray think of me or I will be forgotten. I'm going to give it to my kids and be like, hang this in your house so you don't forget me. And again, this is stitching some sparkly fabric. I think this is probably a random fabric of the month one year. But I did not ever know what to put on it. And then I was like, oh, this works. And it really does. It really does work. I've changed up some of the colours, obviously, to... Sorry, I'm going dog sniffing in my leg. To make it, you know, for them to stand out a bit more. So I think I started working on this little kind of corner down here. Added in 1,000 kind of stitches again. Plan is to get this finished this year. Plan, you know, plans can be changed. But no, hopefully I'll get it all come out again. Like the plans, loose terms plans are. Sorry. Right. Now my okay. Sorry, I had a slight interruption, but I've lost where I'm now. Right. Hi, sorry, I keep getting disturbed. So I'm gonna just quickly do this. Yeah, so the last piece I was working on was my smalls. And I got finished. Not fully finished, but finished. This is an Icelandic Briskornu, which was in Gift of Stitching from like 2007 or something like that. It's like charted in reds and whites, but I just did some random stuff I had. So just little figures there. And then so I've just used some random variegated that word fabric. So this had been sitting for years basically. I thought, oh, I'll just do one side. I'd done about 2 sides when I thought I'll do another side. And then I just started stitching. I was like, you know, somehow I'm gonna get this finished and done out of the way. So yeah, so plan is I'm off in March for a week from holidays, so I'll maybe try and fully finish it at that point. And then so I was going to take it. My original idea had been at the beginning of the year had been like, if I have a finish in one of the categories, I'll then put something else in its place. I actually decided no, I'm just going to take it out, and then if that number comes up in the category, then I'll just only work on the other 3, and that way I just feel then I'll get more on each of the other stuff. And then the other one I worked on was my Silk Queen. Sorry, I don't colour pictures because, you know, I'm just going to colour picture these days. And what did I work on? This was the Full Coverage Fanatics. I think it was it work on your biggest piece? I think it was. Yes, it was Big Strides. So it was work on your biggest piece. So I did another 500 stitches onto that. So yeah, like, yeah, you know, cracking on with that. Yeah. Again, cracking ahead with that. Hi, right. Sorry. I kept getting interrupted, so it's a bit disjointed this. But anyway,
that was what I stitched in February. So we're in March now. So sorry, just kicked the table. Yeah, sorry. So I really have I've lost the kind of thread. I was on a wee kind of, I was on a wee roll there, but I've kind of lost the thread now. So I think I spoke about everything I stitched in February. March, I pulled everything I needed to pull for March. I'm working on my big map. Oh, I worked on my Scottish flag as well. I'll show you it next month. It's not very exciting. Yeah, that's it really. Sorry, there's not really anything else to talk about. I've got a week off in March, so I'm planning to do it. Let's say I'll finish that, and I've got a project bag. Sorry, I'm like, oh, and I'm going to start raining, and I've got to wash them. I've got a project bag I want to make. I made it, and I want to remake it slightly better. So I might do that. I might finish painting the bedroom ceiling that I started about 3 years ago. Every time I go to bed, I'm like, oh yeah, really need to do that. I really just don't have the enthusiasm these days. You know, it's just not, no, just not feeling it. So yeah, that's about it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else coming up. Don't think so. There's a Scottish stitching retreat this month, but I'm not going to it because I'm trying to watch my pennies. Because yeah, going on a cruise and all that jazz. I was like, okay, something's got to give. So I'm sure they'll have a fabulous time without me. I just pretend it doesn't happen. I just don't go on Facebook, don't do anything, just pretend it doesn't happen. So yeah, that's it really. I'll get back to, I'm just trying to look and think, what am I working on? I've got my cartograph. I'm doing another Mirabilia come out. I still haven't got my Bella Filipinas. I've got 2 Bella Filipinas to start, and neither of them have come out yet. And I'm like, oh, I'm tormenting. I'm working on my nice paradise, my small paradise sunset thing. I'm working on it. And I've got a little April house. April Joyful Diary. Not April House, April Joyful Diary. So yeah, that's my plans for March. So hopefully I'll be back at the end of March. I'm trying to keep it kind of monthly for 4 weeks every month. Get back, and that's, yeah, as you know, that's enough. Nobody needs to see me any more than that. Right, I'm waffling now, so I'm going to go and I'll try and get some stitching done. Maybe I might have another hot cross bun. I bought some nice hot cross bun season. I bought extra special. I don't know if they're extra special, no, extra fruity hot cross bun. I nearly at home. They're so I might go just finish them. Right, okay, I'm off for now. I'm gonna go, and I will see you all again in a few weeks. Goodbye.